Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of The Road to the Show with Digafordo, and we are in Season 14. His career is coming closer to an end, and he is at his peak performance-wise. As you can see, Season 13 was the best year of his career. He peaked in a few different categories, including total hits, home runs, total bases, walks, stolen bases was a tied record, no errors, 13 runs scored, which is the first time he's hit double digits. Even his double total of 6 is the most he's ever had in a season. So he had a hell of a year, and we are hoping to build off of that. And again, he is 34 years old this year, so he is reaching the end of his career, but he has been able to hang on to his talent and continue to develop and improve. Now, development-wise, it was a slow year last year. Only 2 opportunities came in after Game 3 and after Game 10. Both were just a +1 to contact, so +2 total for the year in the contact category is the only development he saw, and a total of $494,900 spent on Dig's development last year. So not a whole lot going on there, but again, the offset was the production that he put up, which was incredible. Now, he is an A-, but I do feel like he is one PDO or player development opportunity away from bumping up into the A tier, and I am hoping that it happens this season. Now, we did have to still kind of stay on the cheaper end for this team, so you'll see that our surplus is $36,400,000. I'm hoping that's enough to keep us floating above being able to spend on development while not running out of money. And actually, there was a couple of players I just wanted to quick highlight here that we were bringing in this year. Nothing really notable on the offense or on the offensive side, but pitching wise, we are bringing in a rookie, Chris Porpetta here with rally stopper and an elite changeup. He is a 3-pitch starter, but he's 19 years old. So I'm actually testing this out to see if we can find some success with him. Also bringing in Avery Gregory, who has tier 3 reverse splits as our long reliever. And we have this guy, I thought his name was really funny, another reverse splits pitcher, but Bear Lamb. I just think that's a really funny name, so wanted to quick highlight him. And it's funny that he was also on the Sirloins for his entire career up to this point. So that is going to be the team. I think it's okay, but I also don't expect us to compete too much here today. In this video. So let's go ahead and get into the routine, as you've probably got used to at this point if you've been following this series. Check and see if there's any player development opportunities, and there are not. So let's go ahead and set the lineup for Game 1. And Dig is going to be leading off, and we are away, so why not kick off the series with a Digafordo at bat. Sakta Song in the number 2 spot, and we'll be facing off against the Nemesis with Conrad Pacheco on the mound. Let's go ahead and watch this one. Get it, Dig's first at-bat of the season underway. Let's go ahead out to Tiger Den. Haven't seen Tiger Den in quite a while. We missed the Outlaws series where we got to enjoy seeing the Tiger Den and the success from the Outlaws, but nice to be back here. Let's see how Dig does in his first at-bat of his Season 14. Steps into the box. Great speed, solid contact, decent power. He'll get called for strike 1. A ball almost hits him inside. Pacheco gets the fastball down the middle. It's a 1-2 count for Digafordo. And he's going to pop up. Will this get out of play? And it's going to bounce off the netting. Stays up there. 1-2 count. Dig takes a ball low and in. Evens the count here, and he'll chase strike 3. Pacheco waves goodbye to Digafordo. Strikeout to start the season. Not a good way to go. Hopefully he can recover from that, but let's see what Sakta Song does. He got hit with some regression towards the tail end of last season. He was nearing the 99s across the board, was one arm away from it, and he lines a base hit into left field. So 1 out, and Sakta at first base. Scoops Tomahawking will come up. I want to see his at-bat here as well. Guy's 42 this year. So we are way into this career so far. Tier 3 bad ball hitter still. We'll take a ball high. Elite speed over at first base, and Sakta, he takes off. Easy jumps activated too. And Scoops will foul off. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Wild thrower behind the plate too. They check on the runner. Back safely is Sakta. 1-2 count. And this one's lofted into left field, but shallow wall in left field. Going to hang up for Biff Noggins. That's out number 2. I don't know who's coming up next, but I might skip this at bat so we can get going into the series. Donnie Leathers, all right. He's a good hitter. Let's see what he does. We'll finish off after this at bat here. So Sakta's over at first. Easy jumps at tier 1 from the pitcher. Wild thrower behind the plate. Sliding in safely is Sakta with a stolen base here in the first game of the season. Donnie Leathers down 0-2. Takes a ball in the dirt. Good block from the catcher. Takes a ball low. Fastball just misses the bottom of the zone. Leathers will take strike 3. Throws him on that pitch. Nasty pitching from Pacheco in the first inning. All right, so let's head out of the game and see how we do. And how does Dig do after that strikeout? We have Digafordo cashes in a run there. We win 5-0 against the Nemesis. So a tough first inning, but we figured it out afterwards. I'll give the loyalty here to Porpetta. He's younger. And I'll give it to, I think Goodman's younger as well. All right. The quick sim to the next game, and the Crocs win the first 2 games. They have a plus 11 run differential. And let's go ahead and see how Dig performed. He went 1 for 5. He struck out twice, and he had an RBI single, and he scored a run. So a productive hit once he was able to get there. But quiet day overall for a lot of the team outside of Evan Chukov, who went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles. That's pretty crazy. But the 2 strikeouts, a little alarming for Dig. Let's see if he can settle himself in after the first game of the season. All right, let's go ahead and see. We're going to get Dig development right out of the gate. He's got Just for Bros development. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Power and speed. That works for me. I'd love to see his power continue to grow. Development for a few other players here. I thought I saw something. Yep, Sakta gaining power and a chance for a high pitch would be wonderful. And let's go ahead and just get right into these. So after game 1, we have development for Dig immediately. This is going to cost us $523,300. And this one is Just for Bros, a proprietary formula scientifically proven to boost your self-image by 110%. Like Dig needs that, but we'll take it. So power, speed, chance for more power and more speed. So that seems good to me. Let's go ahead and pay for that right out of the gate here. +1 power, +1 speed. No bonus power, that's okay. That's a bit of a bummer though. And no bonus speed, so +1, +1. And that will this be enough to bump him to an A? Not yet. He has 60 power now and 92 speed. So good starting point. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these cleared out. Bonus accuracy there for Mirthright. Donnie Leathers will get a little speed and arm. I'm not going to go through all of these and commentate. Big rolls there for Violet Maddox. Sakta will not gain the power, the bonus power, or the high speed or high pitch. He's up to 95 power now, and he has 89 arm. So he needs 10 arm and 4 power to get to perfect. When we don't have enough funds, so that one might expire actually. So we're gonna have to take a minute to get used to rolling in the more money, or we're gonna have to get rid of some salary here to be able to make up for that. So let's set the lineup. Dig stays in the leadoff spot. He again is 1 for 5 with a single, and he's struck out twice in that first game. How will he do against former overdog Marley Baye from the Grapplers? Simulate this one. And Dig hits a 2-run homer, and we win 4-3. Sakta hit a homer as well, but that's a big win and big production out of Dig right out of the gate. We're 2-0. Let's see what else did he do? So he went only 1 for 5 again, but he had a 2-run homer. So up to 3 RBIs already, and he struck out 2 more times. So not a great start as far as the efficiency goes, but he is making the most of his hits with 3 RBIs already and a home run, up to 5 total bases, which is wonderful. Chukov had another great game, and Sakta had the 2-run homer as well. So, all right, since that game ended, we have any development for Dig, nothing. But holy crap, Aspen McGribbons just gained 13 velocity in the free agent pool. Actually, a quick peek at see him, because if we have the ability to get rid of one of these pitchers, 4.1 million, and our current pitching staff, we could get rid of Damian Warren here to save some money. Downgrade in every department here, same pitch mix, but gets the 2-seam. Oh, that's the reason why we wouldn't be able to do that, because we only have 3 spirited players. So I won't do that right now. I will hold off on making that change. But all right, let's go ahead, get to our next. Clear out the player development. We have 2.5 million to work with, and it looks like most of these are pretty cheap. There's a couple of extra ones. This one's likely to go, so we'll ignore that one, and let's get the rest of these out of the way. So there we go. Bonus junk there for Screw Deputy, and Wild Thrower gets added for Calvin Eccles. That's not good. And then this last one for Bear Lamb, nothing notable there. So we still had enough money to cover all of those. We could buy this one, but we're not going to do that. And we head to the next game. Dig is still in the leadoff spot. He is 2 for 10 with 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 5 total bases, and 4 strikeouts. See how he does in game 3 against the Jacks. We're going to see... We won't see Dig pop up here, at least yet. We had a big win there. We're now 3-0. I'll give this to Gregory. He's the 19-year-old. And between these two, I'll drop a Screwed Deputy because he's much cheaper. All right, send to our next game. We're sitting at 3-0 still, but so are the Crocs, and they have one run ahead of us in the run differential column. Let's see how Dig produced. He had an 0 for 4 day. He struck out 3 times. Yikes. He walked once. And he did score another run, but not off to a hot start for Dig, and he is now tense. So we'll have to work through that. Since the game ended, any development here for Dig? Yes, we have contact for Dig. We'll get to that here in just a second. Deputy gains a cut fastball. And yeah, Espen McGribbons gets picked up by the Nemesis. So, of course they do. Let's see, we just finished game 3. So now let's head over to this development for Dig, which is going to be this one right here. It's just 1 contact with a chance for 3 more. And it's a phone upgrade. A better camera means better selfies, and your fans deserve only the best. Of course, we love our Dig Affordo selfies. This is going to cost us $329,900. And let's go ahead and get the die rolling here. 1 contact, chance for 3 more. We won't get it. So just 1 contact, which is, again, a small little upgrade for him. And it's not enough to bump him to an A yet. He gained 1 power, 1 contact, 1 speed so far this season. Get the rest of these out of the way. Right. Negative outcomes are getting avoided. Easy jumps gets retained for Warren. And a boost in contact for Scoops. Avoids the negative trait there for Sawyer Slow, and that'll do it. And we have 145,000 left, so we're just barely staying above water with our surplus there. So set the lineup. Dig is 10, so he drops down to the 7 spot. First time he's not in the leadoff spot. He's 2 for 14. 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored with 5 total bases. He walked once, and he has 7 strikeouts so far. Don't know why he strikes out so much. It's so frustrating. All right, 2 for 14. How will he do against a juiced Oscar Bonilla of the Crocs? This is a big game. This really shows us whether we are a contender or not. Dig has an RBI double, but we do end up losing 4-3. So we drop our first game of the season. Dig has a big hit, though. I'll give this to Scoops. And between these two, I'll give it to Chukov. All right, sim to our next game. What are we looking at here? A doubleheader against the Crocs is what we're facing off against here. So Dig was 2 for 14. He had 1 hit, so he went 1 for 3 with a walk. He had an RBI. He had a run scored. It was a double, and he struck out once. So a pretty respectable game. He is no longer tense, so he was able to get his mojo back, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, we did lose that game, so we weren't able to keep our winning streak alive. Sakta with a chance to gain low pitch. We'll roll that one in just a second. And Waylon Guns just got a 16 speed boost in left field there, so that's really awesome. And he also has a chance to roll first pitch prayer, so we'll do that one in just a second as well. That's not good. We'll see if we can avoid that. All right, no development for Dig. Let's see. Avoided first pitch prayer for Guns, and he gets a little extra speed there. Vip Cox, nothing notable there. Cleverly avoids choker, thankfully. Sakta will not roll low pitch. We're running out of money again. Damn it, we're probably going to have to make a change to our team, so we can't buy all of these. Let's go see if we can make a move here. Who is expensive? That's younger or older. We have Angel Mirthright here. She's the only lefty in the bullpen, but she's 35, and we don't really have a great team anyways. I don't want to tank the team, but I also don't want us limiting the opportunity to develop the players. So I think I might switch. There we go. Lefty Twist Miles is a good decision here. Good velocity, good accuracy, low junk, but it has 2 fastballs. So I'm going to make this move right now. That'll save us some money. The other option would be Lola Knops here, and she's a lefty as well, but I don't think I'm interested. So we'll go with Twist Miles. And that just gets us to 38 million. That was enough last year to be able to keep spending the money as we needed to. All right, so we go up for game 2 of the doubleheader against the Crocs. And Dig is 3 for 17, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored, 7 total bases, 8 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Gotta say it out loud or else I'll forget, Wait, did I already set the lineup here? I didn't. All right. So Dig will stay lower in the order in the 6th spot. Seemed to help him last time. So he's 3 for 17. We get a win here. Split the doubleheader. We fall behind, and we stay behind. 5-1 loss. And the Crocs are just on another level. We'll give this one to... I'll give it to Bear. Yeah, do another one. I'll give it to Chukov here. Oh my god, another one. I'll drop Scoops. He's 42, so he might be retiring after this season anyways. Wait, I'm sorry. I have to go check. What team was that just popped up? There was a player, and I could have been wrong, but I swear the pitcher that was just showing a second ago was named Wash Bush. Can someone please go back? It was right before I simulated all of those games. Whatever team was up. It might have been the Grapplers, but I don't know for sure. I don't want to waste our time looking for it, but go tell me if there's a player named Wash Bush that's a starter, because I'm really curious now. Let's see. How did you do, Dig? Or no, we didn't go. Oh, yeah, he did. He went 0 for 4. Oh, man, with another strikeout, no walks, no runs scored, nothing notable there. So he is having a slow start to the season. The 1 home run, 4 RBIs is nice, but in a double too. But it's just been not really taking off for him so far. See if we can at least get another development opportunity for him. And we do, power and contact. That's wonderful. We'll definitely take that. And some regression hitting some of our players as well. Let's head over to the development section, and let's see if we have enough to do all of these. We'll, of course, start with Diggs. Was that game 5? Yeah, it was. We hit development for after game 1, 3, and 5. All right, Dig. This one's going to cost us $589,000. And this one is Sluggerade. Everything grows, or everything a growing player needs, and several things they don't. He loves his Sluggerade. Let's see if we can get the bonus power here. 1 power, 1 contact chance for 3 more power. Let's do it. This might be the one that puts us to A tier. No bonus power there, so +1 power, +1 contact. We'll take those every time we can get him. Those are still his weakest traits. Will that get him to an A? It does. That is finally, Digafordo is an A tier player. He is now definitely one of the tops in the league. Love to see that. Success for Dig. Finally, we get him up to that A tier. I think it's going to be really difficult to get him to A+ or even to S tier at this point at 34 years old, but we'll see how long we can push his development up. Those two are both at 42%. We'll start here at the top then. All right, so bonus power there for Harcourt Hull. Jacobs gains some speed. Warren gains some junk and accuracy. He's now a B+. Porpetta, and we don't have enough money here, so of course we don't. That's really annoying. I am feeling very frustrated at the fact that we're limited in our development opportunities here, but we'll keep moving forward. We'll see if we need to make an adjustment in a couple of games or so. Diggs in the 6th spot. He is 3 for 21, so he definitely needs to pick up the pace here if we want to get him to anywhere close to last year's totals. I think it was 16. Was it 6? Oh, we can't even look. I'll look a little bit later. He has 9 strikeouts and 7 total bases. How will we do against the Buzzards and Verdant Witness, who didn't seem to have a good start to her season? They get a big win, 6-0. We dropped to 3-3 now. So we went 3-0. We dropped the last 3 games. And that's not fun to see. We'll drop Warren here because he has 2 negative traits. And between these two, I'll drop... I guess I'm giving Cox the boost. All right. Sim to our next game. So Dig was 3 for 21. After this... 3 for 23, so he had an 0 for 2 day. He struck out again. He had a sac fly. He had an error. Oh boy, come on, Dig. He's down to a 130 average, and he hasn't gotten a hit in a couple of days. He's kind of skidding with the team losing as well, so we need to get things sorted out. Is he tense? Yeah, he's tense again, so that's not fun. All right, development, new development for Dig, more power, and we love to do that, so we'll get that going here in just a second. So even though we haven't been able to clear out all of the player development opportunities, we're still finding these ones for Dig. So after game 6, 2 straight games here for Dig, and he's heading to a Broadway musical, so $389,600. And this one says, life is a stage, reach the next level by observing the biggest stage of all. That's where he's trying to get to. We'll see if we can get another championship win for him before his career ends, but let's give him a little bit of power. +1 chance for 5 more, 10% chance, but he's due for a bonus roll, and he won't get it here, so +1 power. And up to 62 there, so nothing notable, but we'll take it. And avoiding crossed up is Cleverly. Mullins avoids Whiffer. Make sure we're not missing out on some of these other ones. We'll do this one for... we'll do this one for Leathers. This one for Hull. And we have enough to pay for this one for Cox. So let's go ahead and just do it. All right. To the next game. See if Porpetta can stop the skid. Dig is tense and in the 6th spot. He is 3 for 23, 10 strikeouts, 7 total bases, and 1 error. All right, let's go. Doubleheader against the Buzzards. We're trying to stop the skid, and we're trying to get a big win, and we do in extra innings. We go to 4-3. We split the doubleheader against the Buzzards, and we'll see. I didn't see Dig's name pop up there Let's see if he had a good game or not. He was 3 for 23, and he had a 2-hit game, so he went 2 for 5. He had another strikeout. He did not walk any. He had another double, and he did not score a run. So a double and a single. He's up to 10 total bases now, which is pretty solid. Holy crap, Donnie Leathers is having a hell of a season. He's already at 28 total bases and 5 home runs in 7 games. So hopefully he can keep that up. Sakta with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs is pretty good too. But 5 for 28 for Dig. All right. Any more development for Dig? It would be wonderful to see him continue to get some positive. Ooh, big hit for Scoops in his power department, minus 11. Sakta with a chance to gain Butterfingers, but also a chance to max out his power. I think we'll risk that one. All right, let's see. Okay. Get that one. Oh, I want to do this one for Sakta really quick because it's going to be expensive. He acquires the bonus power and he misses out on Butterfingers, so he gets his power maxed out. Now a plus 10 to arm will make him perfect. Again, pretty big ask here, but we'll see what ends up happening. I'm going to try this one for Sawyer Slow. He doesn't get Rally Stopper, and we don't have enough money to afford this one. But let's go ahead and do this one for Screw Deputy. He's still a C-. And we have one left here that we can't afford, so I think it's been working out so far for us, so I will keep it there. Dig is still tense. He is 5 for 28 with 10 total bases and 11 strikeouts and 2 walks. Let's see how we do against Shoot McMingle, I think was his name. We take an early lead. Leathers with another home run. We win 5-3. We're now 5-3, and we're a game and a half back of the Crocs, but we have a plus 3 run differential. And the Crocs are at plus, 18, I think it was. And between these two, I'll go with Lamb since he is older. And I'll do Warren here, gets the bonus as Scoops is starting to regress. All right, sim to our next game. Crocs are 7-2, so they just lost it, but they do have a 23 run differential. And Dig went 1 for 2? I think it was 5 for 28, right? So 1 for 2. He had a single. He walked twice? Or 3 times. Might have walked 3 times and he scored a run. So this is why I'm telling you, I can't remember all this time. No strikeouts either. So, and Donnie Leathers hits another home run. So 6 home runs in 8 games so far. 11 RBIs total. He is on fire. Literally. And Dig is no longer tense. Come back to that in just a little bit. Let's see anything happening here for Dig. We'll definitely give that one to Johnny Leathers here. A chance to gain low pitch would be cool. All right, so we have 2.4 million to work with. Let's start with the ones that won't re-roll for sure. We'll pop up here to this one for Donnie. No bonus rolls for him. And Jacobs, nothing there. So we have 9. We won't have enough for all of these. I will pay for this one because this has a 50% chance of going away. And it also avoids us getting the chance for Surrounded. So, all right. We'll leave it there. And we'll get set up for our next game. Dig in the number 5 spot today. 6 for 30. 11 total bases, 11 strikeouts. That's the same. 4 RBIs, 5 runs, and 5 walks. All right, 6 for 30. Against the B-Wolves and Colson Briggs. 6 for 30. Sakta hits a homer. We win big, 8-2. We're now 6-3, a game back of the Crocs. Plus 9 run differential. We're going to drop Chukov here. Sakta's a part of the core. And we'll sim to our next game. The Crocs stay on top. They're now a game and a half ahead of us. And let's head over to see how Dig performed. On hitless day, he went 0 for 4, and he struck out twice. So not a good game for him. Nothing else to talk about here really for him. He's up to he's down to a 176 average now. We'll follow up with that a little bit later. Quiet day for Donnie Leathers. He doesn't hit any home runs either. Anything for Dig. Maddox gets a boost in her arm. And Sakta has a chance to gain Big Hack. All right. We'll do this one for Sakta because it's cheap. He does not roll Big Hack. And let's see. All these ones that are one game. Peace. Okay, these are all cheaper. Scoops holds on to Clutch. Porpetta will lose Rally Stopper. So that sucks, but gains some bonus velocity. Hate those random rolls just being really, really bad. And always seem to hit when we really don't want them to. So let's go ahead, get the lineup set. Dig is tense in the 8th spot after a hitless day. He is now 6 for 34. 11 total bases, 13 strikeouts, and 5 walks, 5 runs, 4 RBIs. 6 for 34. Scoops hits a home run. Dig hits a 2-run homer. His second career 2-home run season, and we're only in game 10. So Dig has a big home run. We're a game back of the Crocs, so we have a competitive team this year. And I want to go see what else happened here. So Dig went... Where you at? Dig went 1 for 4. He had a 2-run homer. He struck out once, I think. No walks. And he scored a run, of course. 6 RBIs, 6 runs, 15 total bases, and 14 strikeouts. Yeah, I think he had 13 before, so he struck out once. He has a big 2-run homer, his second home run of the season, and this is the second straight year that he's hit 2 home runs. Also, the second straight year he's hit 6 RBIs. So we're going to see if we can... Right now, it looks like he is 1 RBI away from tying a career high and 2 RBIs away from breaking that record. He has 15 total bases so far. So he is starting to pick up the pace a little bit, which is nice. He's already exceeded last year's strikeout total, which isn't that great. But let's see. Any development for Dig after game 10? Nothing for Dig. All right, so let's clear these out.
It's time again for a
Leathers avoids. I shouldn't have even done that one. That was risky. He gains some extra speed, though, which is nice. Bear Lamb gains Cake Collector, which is awesome. He's now a B. Do this one for Warren. Doesn't gain an extra pitch there. And let's see, 6% chance. Do this one. Then we can do this one. Bonus speed for Kerr. And let's see, we have enough for Gregory. Chance to gain Meltdown. Kind of feel like I just don't want to risk this one. It's a 30% chance to miss, so I'm just going to hold off and save us a little bit of money here. Set the lineup. Dig is neutral. He is 7 for 38, 6 RBIs, 15 total bases, 14 strikeouts, and 5 walks. I just said it and I already forgot it. What is his? He's 7 for... Where are you at, Dig? 7 for 38. All right. All right, let's go Overdogs. Let's go Dig. Scoops with another home run. We win 4-1, and we are closing in on the Crocs. They just can't seem to lose, so we can't catch them up. We'll go with Eccles here. And that'll do it for that. We're going to go right into the next game against the Nemesis. And let's check on Dig. 7 for 38. He went 1 for 4. He had a single, and he struck out once. No walks. So 1 for 4 with a base hit and a strikeout. Not a notable game for him. Leathers has been a little bit dormant over the last couple of games. He is now down to locked in. All right. Since that game ended... Come on, let's do more development for Dig. He's had a good year so far. Nothing for Dig here. Do this one. Do this one. This one for Bear. Nothing bonus there. Vip Cox. And lastly, Sawyer Slow. No bonuses there either. So this last one is a 86% chance to go away. We won't have to spend that money. Goodman on the mound. Dig is tense. He must have struck out as his last at bat. He's 8 for 42. 6 RBIs and runs, 16 total bases, and 15 strikeouts, 5 walks. 7 for 42? Or 8 for 40, 8 for 42. I don't know what's going on with my brain right now, and nothing is retaining in my head. Leathers hits another home run, but we lose big, 9-1. Woof. That's a rough one. That's 2 dog puns in like the same sentence, and I didn't even mean to do that. 8-4 record. Let's give this to Chukov. He's more expensive. More likely to come back next year. Another one. I'll give it to Miles. All right. We sim to our next game. The Crocs lose as well, so we're still only a half game back of them. Their run differential drops to 18 now instead of the plus 20 that they had before, plus 20 something. And there's Trey Mondo, former pitcher of the Overdogs. All right, Dig in that last game went 1 for 4. Yeah, 1 for 4. Had a double, and he did not strike out at all. He did not walk either, I don't think. He's been on 5 walks, I believe. So a double and no runs scored. But another hit for him. He's up to 9 now. He's 9 for 46. His average sneaking up. It's still below 200 at 196. So let's see. All right. Anything for Dig? Yes, Dig development here for professional photographer. So we'll always take that. That's always a good one. Let's jump into that one right now, actually. Game 12 is just finished. So it's been a few games since we've been able to do more development for Dig, but here we are. Professional photographer is going to be very, very pricey, though. $1,237,500 for that one. I don't think we've spent this much money on him before. I'm checking up here. Nothing ever cost over $1 million for Dig. So it's the most expensive player development we've ever had for Dig Fordo, and it's for a professional photographer. You may have great talent, but without great angles, you won't be able to grow your fame. All right, so Dig trying to make his last attempt at big fame here at the end of his career. +2 power, contact, and a chance for bonus power and contact. Get it all. +2, no bonus power, chance for bonus contact, +4. So he's going to get +2 power and +6 contact. That is huge. Finally, we get a bonus roll for him. He's up to 74 contact now. That is wonderful. All right, so this gets him to 74 contact, 64 power. He's looking very respectable offensively now. Love to see that. All right, let's get through the rest of these. Bonus arm there for Mullins. And Jacobs does not lose his contact trait. Donnie Leathers avoids the noodle arm trait, gets some bonus fielding and power. And then Porpetta does not gain clutch. He needs a bonus pitch, actually, an extra pitch. Bonus accuracy for Goodman. Yeah, Porpetta needs a 4th pitch. All right. We sim or get ourselves set up for the next game. Dig in the leadoff spot. And he is now batting 196 with 9 for 46. 6 RBIs, 6 runs, 5 walks, 18 total bases, and 15 strikeouts. 9 for 46. 9 for 46. We get a home run from Scoops and a base hit from Cox. That's a pinch perfect bench bat, by the way. And that takes us to 9-4. We're technically even with the Crocs, but they have a better win percentage and better run differential. Excuse me. All right, sim to our next game. And wouldn't you believe it? I said it 1,000 times, and I already forgot what Dig's hitting was. He was at 196. Up to 200, so he got a base hit. He was 9 for 48, so he went 0 for 2? Or 1 for 2? No, that's not right. 1 for 4, maybe. It was a double. So he's up to 20 total bases now, and he didn't strike out. He scored a run as well. So 10 hits, 50 at-bats for Dig, through 13 games. I wonder if that gets him locked in. No, it does not. So that's okay. But he's up to a 200 average, so he's sneaking up a little bit higher. 7 runs scored and 20 total bases with 4 doubles already. That's pretty good. All right. Anything to develop him any further? See if we can keep boosting Dig's value. All right. Nothing there. Let's go ahead and start clearing these out. Cox, chance to lose, pinch perfect. He doesn't. Goodman keeps his pick officer trade and gains some velocity. Nothing there. Sawyer Slow does not gain rally stopper. And Chukov with some bonus power and speed. His 2 necessary traits that he need, or attributes he needs to improve. And that's it there. So let's go ahead and set the lineup for the next game. Oops. And Dig will move down to the number 6 spot. He is 10 for 50. That's an easy round number. 6 runs, 6 RBIs, 7 runs, 20 total bases, 15 strikeouts, and 5 walks. So some round numbers here. 10 for 50, 20, 5, 15. All right, let's do it. Graham Walter is tense. Can we take advantage of it? We start fall behind. We fight back with a grand slam. Scoops hits an RBI double, but we lose against the Jacks. That stings. That's a bummer. All right, let's do Miles here.
I'm sweaty. Okay, here's
I'm starting to get hungry. All right, between these two, let's drop Kerr. She's much cheaper. All right, sim to our next game. The Crocs stay hot. They're 10-3 now, and they're now 1.5 games ahead of us. Run differential above 20 again. And let's see. How'd you do, Dig? He went 1 for 2. Interesting. 1 for 2. Why is that? So because he walked once, hit a stolen base, he got hit by a pitch. So that counts for 2 of his plate appearances. He gets a single, and he scored twice, I believe. He's up to 9 runs scored because it was 7-4, I think. He walks once. He doesn't strike out. He gets a single, and his average goes up to 212. 11 for 52 right now. So we are at game number 15. So through 14 games, he's at 11 hits. I don't see us getting to the 16, which is last year's total. He could have a big last 2 games, but I don't know if that's going to end up happening. We'll see. Dig just... Oh, frick. All right, so Dig has another allergy to grass. I thought we were past that. Game 14, he loses 6 fielding. So, I mean, the good news is it's fielding and not power or contact, but that sucks. He's still an A, though, so that's good. So minus 6 fielding. It sucks because almost every random arc he has gotten in this entire series has been a negative one. He's been hit with some really bad random arcs, except for back in season 1 when he got rid of easy target randomly, which was awesome, but it has not been really good for us since then. We get something to offset that. Cleverly just gained 12 junk, which is awesome. Oops, I just skipped our player development. All right. I don't like rolling this one. I want him to keep reverse splits. Screw Deputy, sure, why not? And he lost it, of course. Poor guy. Porpetta doesn't gain Workhorse. Chukov trying to get his first pitch Slayer trait back. All right, and Sawyer Slow will, of course, add crossed up. So this game is awful. And we can't afford that one anyway, so we won't do it. Game 15 of the season. Everyone's mojo's all over the place. Dig is locked in. He is 11 for 52, 21 total bases, 6 walks, 15 strikeouts. 11 for 52. All right. Against the Crocs, 3rd game of the season, and we will actually beat them this time 8-3. So that's a big win, as we're now only half game back of the Crocs. Big run differential in that game by 5. That's a big win for us. And I did not check and see if I couldn't see Dig's name because I was following too closely the score there. So let's see in just a second. I also want to quick check the time. All right, we're at 45 minutes. Development for Dig right there. We'll look at that in just a second. But how did he do? He went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Yikes. He walked once as well? I don't remember what his... No, I think he had 7 walks already. Scored a run. Maybe he did walk. Or he didn't score a run. God, I hate that I can't remember. I can't just memorize all these numbers. His average is at 200. He have one game left, and he has 11 hits. See if we can make him count in this last game of the season. We're going to do some development here in just a second as Perpetta gains some velocity. Dig's going to get to the video room and chance to gain some more contact and a chance to improve his secondary position. So we'll come back to that in just a second. Anything else going on? Maddox with some contact. Nobody wants a Titan Andrade on their team. Sakta just lost some fielding. That sucks. All right. After game 15, Dig will have some more development. The video room. This one's going to cost another over $1 million. 1.225. Oops, can't type.
That's freedom.
600. For contact, -1 speed, a chance to gain 4 more contact, and a chance to increase to infield and outfield secondary position. So let's see if the video room can do it. You can't stop sucking before understanding why you suck. That is truer words never spoken, I have to say. Let's get the bonus. We won't get the bonus roll there. So +4 contact, -1 speed, and does not gain the bonus secondary position. He's up to 78 contacts now. That is incredibly impressive for him. So I love that. Let's see where we can get rid of some of these other ones. We won't pay for this one, of course. Get rid of this one really quick. This one as well. And then these two are percentages. We can actually afford both, so we'll do it. All right, so that one, and then Miles avoids falls behind. So the last one here, we're not going to pay for it because it's about to fall off anyways. We have 1 game left. Oops. Crocs are 10-4. We're 10-5. We have 1 game left. They have 2. Let's see if we can make it to the postseason here. End the season with a big win. Dig is leading off. He is 11 for 55. See if we can make a big splash here to end the season. 21 total bases and 17 strikeouts. Come on, Dig, let's do it. Against the Buzzards, worst team in the division, and they're going to spank us. 8-2, 9-2, 11-2. Okay, that's how we finish our season. Awesome. So we end at 10-6, looking like we'll still make it to the playoffs here, but we'll come back to that in a moment. I'll do Goodman here. Tough to see the negative loyalty right at the end of the season here. Is what it is. I'll give this to Cox. We'll sim to the end of the season, and the Crocs win the division by 1 game over us, but they had a +14 run differential. Ours was at 0. Before we finish up, let's see, how did Dig do? He was 11 for 55. He had 1 more hit, 1 for 4. It was another double, so we have to 23 total bases, 12 total hits on the season. He did not strike out. And he was hit by a pitch again, but ends with a 203 average. We'll look at how that compares to the rest of his career, but really quickly want to try and catch up here because we are going to go into the playoffs here in just a moment. Let's clear out development for just the ones that matter. Get Kerr here to get her loyalty back since we just lost it. Get some loyalty there for Donnie. He doesn't need it. Cox and Sakta, of course. He does not gain Distractor, unfortunately. All right. Checking out Dig really quick. I'm falling behind. We have 10 minutes, and we have to get through the playoffs, so we'll speed this up in just a second. Dig, 12 for 59. He had 7 walks this year, 2 hit by pitch, and 1 sacrifice, so he lost out on a couple of at-bats, but not plate appearances. 12 hits. That's a little below his typical average. 2 home runs, still tied for his career high. 6 RBIs, pretty solid. 2 or 3 averages below average. Same with his on base. His slugging was higher. He had 2 home runs and 5 doubles. And his OPS was above his career average. 10 runs scored, second time he's hit double digits in 2 consecutive years. And 23 total bases, second most in a single season for him, just behind last year's total. 7 walks, pretty solid. 17 strikeouts, a little too high. Another stolen base is nice, and 1 error, not so great. I doubt he's going to be in any of the league leader categories. Nobody is in the top 10. Leather's tied for the team lead, or with the league lead in homers with 7, 13 total bases as well. Let's see if Dig is in any of these categories before we move on. Sakta with 5 stolen bases. Nothing there, so let's go ahead into the playoffs we go. We'll start as the number 3 seed against the Wide Loads, who won their division. We'll quick sim those. First game of the playoffs. Let's see how we do. Dig had a rough time in the playoffs last year. Let's see if he can do any better this season. Dig has an RBI single. Dig has a solo home run. We win that one 9-1. Decisive victory. We'll sim to our next one. The Crocs lose their first game against the B-Wolves. That's awesome to see. Dig went 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 RBIs, had a double. He walked once. He did not strike out. He scored 2 times. That is the Digafordo that we need to see. All right. Set the lineup for game 2. And let us... What did I say? He was 3 for 4? All right, let's do it. Sakta having a good game. And Leathers with another 2-run homer, and we win 7-4. We take a 2-game lead in the playoffs so far against the Wide Loads. The Crocs win a game, so they are going to split the series so far. And Dig went 0 for 2 with 3 walks. He got caught stealing twice. He scored a run, or 2 runs, I can't remember, and no hits there. 3 for 6 now. What a weird day for him. A lot of walks. Let's set the lineup. Dig in the number 2 spot here is 3 for 6. See if we can sweep the Wide Loads. We fall behind early. We bounce back and forth. We go to extras and we lose 6-3. So no sweep in the cards for us. The B-Wolves win. And we'll bring it around here. Dig was 3 for 6. He had 2 hits in that one, 2 for 4 or 2 for 3. He scored a run, base hits there, 2 more walks, and he stole a base. He also had an error. He is now tense because of that error, I'm sure. He drops to the 6th spot. He is 5 for 9. Come on, let's get the win. I don't want to go to the next game. We big win here, 7-0. And we will knock off the Wide Loads. Let's see who wins in that division. It's going to be the B-Wolves, so we will be facing off against the 4th seed. The Herbisaurs and the Wild Pigs advance on the other side of the bracket. Let's see, 5 for 9 before that game. Dig went 1 for 4. He struck out once. He just had a single, and I think he scored a run as well. Let's see, is he back to neutral mojo? No, he's still tense. He goes back up to the top spot. He is currently 6 for 13. How will he do against the B-Wolves? Dig reaches on an error and a run scores. I don't think that counts for him. We win the game. See how that ends up playing out for him. He was 6 for 13. He is 6 for 17. So he went 0 for 4. He did not strike out. And he did not get an RBI. It didn't count for him. 10 total bases now. 6 for 17. And he's still tense. Come on, break out of the mojo there, dude. He drops to the 6th spot. And we fall behind. And we're going to get beat on this one. 14-1. Holy moly. The B-Wolves come out and swarm us there. The Wild Pigs are falling behind 2-1 in that series on the other side. 6 for, what was it? 6 for 17 before that game. Still hitless in the last couple of games. He strikes out twice. He gets hit by a pitch. He is now 6 for 19 with 10 total bases and 3 strikeouts. 6 for 19. All right. Diggs back to neutral mojo, though. 6 for 19. Let's see. We lose 3-0, so we fall behind in that series. Let's hurry up. We're running out of time. 6 for 19, and he went 0 for 3 with another walk. He did not strike out, and he did not score, so not much moving there for him. He is tense again. Come on, Dig. We need a big game out of you. Let's get the win. Let's tie the... He gets an RBI single. And we win 7-2, so we split the series. We're going to game 5. The Herbivores win their game. The number 1 seed advances to the finals. Nice game of the series for us. Dig had 3 hits in that game, 9 for 27 now. All 3 singles. He scores a run. He gets an RBI. He walks once. He strikes out once or twice. Big eventful game, but he does have a big game. He has 2 errors now as well. And he is neutral. So he is... Where are you at? 9 for 27. All right, let's go. Let's win this one. Big hit from Chukov, and we lose that game. Damn. All right, so the B-Wolves will advance. Oops, I don't want to do that. No hits in that one for Dig. He struck out a couple of times there. I think potentially 3. Not a good game for him, and that's probably part of the reason why we lost that one. We'll simulate to the end of that series. The B-Wolves, the number 4 seed, go all the way to knock off the Herbivores. They had to beat 2 number 1 seeds, and they do. Checking the league leaders just really quick here to see. Melvin Cleverly stays in the top 10 there, so he pitched really well. Nothing showing up here. Dig had the best on-base percentage. A lot of walks in that series, or in the playoffs for him. And he has 7 runs scored, but he also got caught stealing twice, which isn't great. All right. So that is going to be how the season ends. We'll do a quick peek at the... It's over! Dig is going to retire after 14 seasons in the Super Mega League. And I hate the time is running out. After another playoff run, he made it to the playoffs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Only 1 championship. He ends on a high note, though. He is going to retire with a career high of 7 home runs, 63 RBIs, a 653 OPS, 42 doubles in his career, but 215 strikeouts, 12 stolen bases, and 14 total errors. This is it for Dig. Get those shovels out and put them in the comments section to celebrate Dig's career. I didn't expect the series to end like this, but here we are. He makes it to the playoffs one last time. It ends up just falling short of another chance at a championship run, and I think that's where he decides to hang up the cleats. So proud of him and everything he's done. I'll actually automate the offers here just so we can see what it says. Skip all of these. And we'll start the off season so that we can see where it says it. Dig retires from the league. That's all it says. So it doesn't say he goes to play it overseas or anything like that. He's done. And that is the end of this series. So go ahead and let me know down below who would you like to see. If you would like to see another Road to the Show series, I'd like to maybe try it with a pitcher. I have an idea of who I might want to do, but I want to hear feedback from all of you. Please like this video to celebrate Dig's career. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And please go ahead and do whatever you can to comment down below what you think about this series, Dig's career, and what you would like to see in the future of this series. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. We'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.